Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to tackle yet another one of my 350 philosophical questions. This one being, are people too greedy? And I am going to soon write the review for my grapefruit splash here. So that's another reason. Just so that we're clear, I drink alcohol during these videos because I have a rather large storage of alcohol that I need to use up. This does not have an expiration date on it. It has a lot number. But, a product I bought in close proximity. This one, does it have a... No. Wait. January of 2022. So, yes, these are quite old. And so I need to use them up. And drinking a little bit gives me something to do, kind of put me off kilter and make me be more honest. Furthermore, for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. That is across all 6 of my channels. So, if you would be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you can do something for free that will save the world. If enough of you do that, we'll get a lot of trash out of the ocean. I know that it doesn't seem like much now, but, hey, if we all got together, if we all did this little thing. Anyway, so are people too greedy? Yes. I've been too greedy. I overworked myself, got too much overtime, and got sick. Being too greedy is a common problem. Now, you've got billionaires who are out there, they're still greedy. Bill Gates was caught cheating on his taxes. And it's like, you have all the money you could possibly ever want. Why would you risk cheating on your taxes? But he did so, because every rich person does so. And look, there are basically two kinds of people in this world, or people in this world can generally be shifted into 2 categories. There are people who are happy so long as their needs are met, and there are people who are never happy. People who just have to keep making money. It's like me. I saw something on the internet the other day, and it was this post where somebody said, if somebody gave you $1 billion, would your first thought be, how do I make more money? And it's a reasonable thought for you to, at least in one day, be like, how do I preserve this? How do I, not spend all my $1 billion? But it's like, if it were me, I know exactly what I would do is I would find a small town, and on the outskirts of this town, I would create a vineyard. That's what I would want to do. I would want to find something that is a local grown product, preferably something that grows there naturally, so this is its natural environment, and make a custom wine out of this particular item. And, there are other things I would like to do, with this particular property. Maybe I'll start a berry farm. You can make wine out of berries. You can make jam out of berries. You can do all kinds of things. But, why a small town? Because small towns are dying, and I would create industry there. And then why a local produced fruit or whatever have you? Because this would be good for the environment, and so on and so forth. And this enterprise, at least I would hope it would at some point hold its own weight. And I could tell you this much. If I could get this to be profitable, I would probably start another one. In, another small town. And so on and so forth. If I could, I would own a vineyard in every state. Maybe every state but Hawaii, because I think the land's really expensive there, and the native Hawaiians deserve that more than me. There's not a lot of Hawaii. I might start a vineyard and try to keep Native Americans as, residents, but I don't know. You never really know what you do if you have the money. But a vineyard. I'm not a big fan of alcohol, so if I can make an alcohol that appeals to me, that's pretty good alcohol. Yeah. But somebody made the analogy. If you have 100 people and 100 slices of pizza and the first guy takes 50, you're going to have a problem. That's greed. But my retort to that was, we don't have 100 slices of pizza. We have 100 pizzas and the first guy takes 50. And you can still feed everybody else with 50 pizzas. You've got 99 people and 50 pizzas, but the next guy takes 25. And everybody taking more than they need. I mean, it's like, I used to be able to eat an entire large pizza on my own. So if you had 100 guys and 100 pizzas, you've got more than enough food for all of them, but there are a few people that could eat a lot of pizza, depending on how long this pizza is supposed to last you, which, is a question. And there was a time in history where taxes prevented you from making too much money. At a certain point, you were being taxed, for every dollar you got, you only could keep 25 cents. But you had to be so rich for that to happen that only the really rich people were there. All right? So, it kept things competitive. After the Great Depression, we had laws that made it so that, big companies couldn't create a monopoly and push out small companies. Those laws have been circumnavigated so that there's now the ability for big companies to push out small companies very easily. And that's a problem. It's one of those things about companies is that at some point it used to be a small company could be more efficient than a big company. A big company required more overhead, paid more taxes, and created more waste. So small companies could survive. And at that point, you as the consumer had more options because there were more companies. Now that's all falling apart. Companies are getting bigger and they're stronger control of the market. I don't know. People are greedy. That's the way of the world. I mean, when I worked at a company as a young man, the guy that ran the place, he had a mandate to make the business grow. If he didn't make the business grow, they were going to get rid of him. How do you live with that? How do you deal with it? What's the thing to do? Greed is a driver of progress. You kind of have to be greedy to want to survive, to want to get more. I mean, people don't open a restaurant because they love making food so much as they want to make a living. And sometimes you got to do things to keep that restaurant going that aren't all that savory. You look at China right now. There's a lot of problems with restaurants in China serving really low quality food. And a lot of people buying that food because they have no option. Is it greed? The restaurant could operate without profit, but they wouldn't survive. And, The people, they have to eat, but they have to save money. It's just the way the world works. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Comments below. I'm Richard. Danger Ducky says, this is your magic moment. A moment for you to do something that is good for the world. You can comment, like, and subscribe, because for every 1,000 subscribers this channel gets, they will buy one of these bracelets I am wearing. Each one of these bracelets I am wearing means that one pound of trash will be removed from the ocean. Cleaning the ocean is an expensive thing to do, and we need your help, so don't be trash. Comment, like, and subscribe, and get trash out of the ocean.